Two brothers of convicted murderer Josef Puska, along with their wives, have been found guilty of charges connected with their actions in the aftermath of the murder of teacher Ashling Murphy in 2022. Marek Puska and Lubomir Puska Jr. were convicted of withholding information. Their wives, Josefina Grunzova and Vera Gaziova, were found guilty of burning Josef Puska's clothes. Josef Puska's wife, Lucia Istakova, pleaded guilty before the trial started to withholding information.
Ashling Murphy's father Raymond and sister Amy were in court for the jury's verdicts. The Murphy family had returned to the Central Criminal Court for the final days of this case and were welcomed by Ms Justice Caroline Biggs. Ashling Murphy was stabbed to death by Josef Puska in a random attack on the afternoon of January the 12th, 2022, while she was out walking along the canal near her home in Tullamore in County Offaly. Puska had followed two other women earlier that day. After killing Ms Murphy, he returned home that night to the house he shared in Mucklagh in County Offaly with his wife and children, as well as his two brothers and their families. His brother Marek was accused of withholding information about Puska's visible injuries and the fact that his brother had admitted killing or seriously injuring a woman with a knife. Lubomir Puska Jr. was charged with failing to tell Gardaí as soon as practicable that his brother returned home with injuries and that he admitted cutting a woman with a knife. He also failed to disclose that Puska travelled to Dublin later that night. The brothers' wives, Josefina Grunzova and Vera Gaziova, were accused of burning Josef Puska's clothes between January the 12th and 14th, intending to impede his arrest or prosecution. The prosecution alleged the brothers knew what Josef Puska had done and their wives knew why they were burning his clothes. The jury heard that protecting their brother or the wider family was not legally a reasonable excuse. Josef Puska's wife, Lucia Istakova, pleaded guilty just before the trial started to withholding information, including that Puska arrived home with injuries, that he admitted killing or seriously injuring a woman with a knife, and that he owned a bicycle the Gardaí were interested in. This plea could not be reported until now to ensure a fair trial for the others. After deliberating for almost 14 hours, the jurors unanimously found Marek Puska and Lubomir Puska Jr. guilty. They found Ms Grunzova and Ms Gaziova guilty by majority verdicts. All five have been remanded on continuing bail pending sentencing. The case will be mentioned again next month when a date for sentencing is expected to be set. Orla O'Donnell, RTE News, the Central Criminal Court.